Hello everyone, hello and welcome to the Imperium Cup, the Dune Imperium TTS tourney of the Rise of X expansion. I am your host, the Black Shadow, and I welcome you to our first time action for Group G. Group G is a very fascinating group, tons of variety of players. Some I recognise, some not so much, so it's a little hard to know what to expect from today's game. I think we're going to see a lot of fun here, and that is a fun Imperium road to get there. We'll touch upon that in a moment, but featuring we got DCA Terror Lord, HalfPastThor. I see what you did there. Lannister, who's proved to be a very, very solid around the circuit, and PickleRick, in blue position. So, a reminder, of course, how this works. We are in the group stages still. It is a 10-week tourney of over 100 players. 6 weeks of group stages. Everyone in the tourney, I should say, plays 4 games. The winners of each round get 5 points. Second place, 3 points. Third place, 2 points. And last place picks up a consolation point. And at the end of 6 weeks, the top half of the table will proceed either straight to the knockouts or through a special wildcard round. We'll talk about it a little bit more as we get closer to it. But touching upon the game here today, let's see what we've got here. So, Imperium row-wise, this is absolutely stacked. We've got the Siege Reverend Mother for the massive Fremen bond if you want to go Persuasion. Jamis, I think, one of the better Dunix and cards going. Infiltration to the Fremen. Trashing abilities. Double Swords is huge. The big Kwisatz Haderach here for 8. Local Fence, which I think is a really solid card if you can get some use. Great for Helena's. And Treachery, exceptionally powerful card you can get early and get some unloads on those extra troops. This is going to be carnage. Beast for 4th position. We've got Hundro here for 3rd, who is going to take Strong Arm here. Drop 2nd Wave, which is interesting. Both very, very strong cards. So, Hundro looking for some early faction actors here. I suspect he's going to look to use that to basically strong arm a troop to fold space so he can get access there immediately. Baron is going to be in 2nd spot with the usual Fremen and Spacing Guild stacks. And Tessia will be opening up from 1st position here with the immediate fold space action. So it's going to be interesting how this goes. Not ideal for Hundro having the Baron onto their on their right position. Baron only draws one of the diplomacy cards as well, which is really strong for them. So, and look at this immediate combat here. Oh my goodness me, it's skirmish. Wow. Wow. Now, I do think Tessia's missed an immediate trick here. I do honestly believe if you're Tessia and you get a skirmish with a influence bump, you absolutely should be going Hardy Warriors. The idea being you want to win the combat, not guaranteed to win it, and then you basically look to use that bump along with your Signet Ring, which your influence you got at the Fremen, to guarantee yourself access to Highliners. So I think there's a slight miss there. I always think it's good. You just want to go full space straight up, but it's not always the strongest thing. But, you know, going full space straight away is hardly a bad move. Baron goes immediate Hardy Warriors to punish, to go for that and jump on it immediately, which makes total sense. So he'll be looking to get immediate access Spacing Guild straight away. Hundro is going to go Smuggling. He'll be doing a lot of shipping early. No diplomacy cards for Hundro. That's interesting, actually. In a weird way, Hundro actually almost wants Baron to win this, so he just goes straight to fold space. And so Hundro can strong arm the Spacing Guild next turn and get immediate access to the spacing and shipping as well. So it's going to be pretty easy. 3 people here are going to go to shipping incredibly quickly, which is going to leave the Beast kind of on his own to do whatever the hell he wants here. I would definitely like Steel Suits here. I think this is the Beast opportunity to hostage the Great Flat, get the double Warner here, look to pick up some spice later on. Of course, you should have some extra goods here, his extra resources. We're back. Sorry about it, everyone. My apologies. So yeah. Beast has his extra Solaris he's going to go. So that might be nice for him to go Great Flag. Didn't even look at the text here. So we've got Troop Transports, which is going to be immediately sought after here. Tons of shipping. Artillery looks great for the Beast. And the powerful Spy Satellites as well. Beast is going to probably have first dibs at Spy Satellites, assuming this all goes to plan. But we'll see how things go here. So yeah, hosting the Great Flat sounds really good here. Maybe go for the Spies for some Spire. Maybe go Technegocian, pick up Spy Satellites, see what you want to do there. Spylight Satellites for the Beast here looks really good. There's been a ton of influence in this game. So Beast can just not worry about it, play his own style, just win some combats and rock and roll here. Seems pretty good. Tessia is going to go to Tech Negotiation for the 4. So is eyeing up the Seat Reverend Mother. Says he's looking probably to go for some influence here. Baron's going to follow up with Reconnaissance to the Siege here. Now, that's interesting. So Baron's going to look to try and interfere somewhat with the Great Flat. Which is that the idea being here, the Baron, I guess, reckons that next turn, he's just going to basically go, I guess he's going to go Great Flat, and then he's going to go to Interstellar, is his plan here. Looks like that's the idea. In fact, look at that. Look, Beast even puts in even more troops, even though no one had put in anything. Just to cement his victory with the 12 strength. A bit unnecessary, I think, because he had 4 out. You really don't need to do that, but whatever. I suppose you just don't want to risk going to Carthag and someone picking up like ambush, which of course is never fun. Beast not using the correct card to go to Carthag here. Beast will want to have a look at his intrigue here to see what he's going to pull. Wow, picks up second wave, of course, which is the drop from Hundro. That's really awesome for the Beast. Of course, he's somebody who can make tons of use out of that with his ring ability, allowing to get the extra troops here rock and rolling with his signaling. So that's really strong. So 4 for Tessia is going to go for Reverend Mother. Again, basically looking just to go with a big Fremen deck here. Desert Ambush turns up as well, so that's pretty good for her. Baron is going to win comprehensively. And looks like it's going to be a tie here for Hundro. Don't think Beast is going to be second wave for the extra spice of the skirmish, but we'll see. A couple to buy for the Baron. I mean, he should just pick up Jamis. Like, there's absolutely no reason not to pick up Jamis. He is such a good two persuasion card. Just being able to infiltrate the Fremen is so good for the Baron. You know, because you're basically just, that alliance is yours. No one can really ever contest that from you now, unless they absolutely poor resources. Xinjia does pick up as the next card. Hundro with free to reveal will pick up the Desert Ambush. Again, not a bad card. If you can get Desert Ambush tied up with the troop transports for technique, that is incredibly powerful. Appropriate turns up here. That's going to be very interesting to a lot of people. And Baron with free himself is going to pick up the local fence. I like that. I think this is going to be really good for the Beast here in this game. He's going to struggle to do much shipping, so local fence is going to have to power his economy somewhat. And hitting those city spaces is always good for him. Other memory being the new card being turned up here. Sorry, I'll stop moving the camera here. My bad. Force a habit. So there will be a tie for second. The Beast and Hundro will pick up a spice. Baron will obviously get immediate access. And I suspect that's what we're going to see here is... well, Baron, of course, actually can't go to the Great Flat because he spent his water going to Hardy Warriors. So my apologies there. So he can't do that. Kind of curious to see what the Baron's going to do. He's probably going to use his Diplomacy card first, though. It'd be interesting to see Baron literally go fold space on his first action here, just to stop anyone even getting access to it. That'd be kind of interesting. I'm a little surprised to see it. I think Baron should consider maybe Wealth. I think Wealth sounds pretty good here. I think Wealth is a fairly natural move. Could go Steel Suits as well, just even more persuasion with the Fremen. You can do a lot of things with the Diplomacy card, but you might as well play Diplomacy first. But again, you go Diplomacy first for the Wealth, and then use your Signet Ring for the Interstellar. But it looks like Baron is... Oh, he's going to go Smuggling instead. Now, that's not too bad for Hundro. He'll take that. Beast is looking to get the immediate in here. So here's the Strong Arm. This is really nice. So that's going to get Hundro straight up there. Tessia will... she does, of course, want to Signet Ring, but she needs to go somewhere else first. So it'll be Seek Allies and then Signet Ring, folks. She can get access to shipping. So Beast really doesn't need to worry about shipping, I don't think, this game. He should just let everyone else just scrap it out and kind of balance themselves. And he should just worry about his own thing, build up his forces, get a decent deck going. Try and maybe look to pick up a couple of decent cards. I'd like to see Selective Breeding here. I think you make a shot. Steel Suit is also fine. A challenger there, the Beast here. I don't know, I kind of would have liked actually seeing a Selective Breeding trip there, because you have 4 Persuasion in your hand. There are worlds where you pick up... Obviously, you can probably pick up Pet Treachery. You could legitimately pick up Kwisatz Haderach on this turn. Not impossible. Tessia will get the Wealth first, and of course, we'll Signet Ring across to make use of that. Baron will pay for his Signet Ring there. Keeps all his diplomacy card. I still think that I would have liked to have seen him go well. Feels a little bit more efficient than smuggling, but, you know, goes either way. Yeah, the troop transports, he's eyeing it up, but he's not going to be able to get it here. So, that's not going to happen. If Hundro can build troop transports, that's pretty big here, and I suspect that's what we're going to see. He has his dagger. I would 100% be picking up troop transports here. Now that you've got access to shipping as well. This looks really strong. And for that matter, of course, your Signet Ring will power that too. So that's what I'd like to see here from Hundro. See what the plan is. A bit of a late entry of the combat here from the Beast going from Steel Suits. It's a little late there. I guess he's asked if he can still put it in. The players have agreed. Not obliged to, of course, but you should really, you know, once you've clicked that enter button, like, you really should just be, you know, that pretty much should be ended story here. But regardless, Baron will take the cash. So everyone needs to take a Solari. Including Mr. Rick there. He needs to take his Solari here. Like, you know, rewards are mandatory. Just saying, yeah. Like, is again, as we shouldn't really, no, job as a commentator is not to particularly step in much. But, you know, rules are rules and should be forced here. Cole, immediate pickup for the Baron here. I would have played into a reveal turn. Just leave it to the last possible moment to play that so people don't know what you have. You know, they might just do something they wouldn't have done otherwise. So, you know, that's just me. It's a little thing, but hey-ho. So, Hundro will be going next. Again, I honestly think tech negotiation, pick up troop transports now. You know, you don't have to, but in case there are worlds where you could draw a hand and not get access to Interstellar, like, it's incredibly rare. He's going to take the spice here. Okay, well, this is also reasonable. Maybe he's considering going for spy satellites instead. I don't know. Gonna get troop in. It is Siege of Carthage, by the way, which is, like, one of the best turn 2 combats in the game. And Beast should absolutely punish everyone here and take this combat down. I think you go Carthage, for sure. 100%. I don't really think you want the card draw here. It's not very strong for you. You want to be able to pick up whatever card you're going to get hold of and have a chance to boat draw both in your next hand. 2 troops. 1 for Carthage. 1 for the ring. Picks up Guild Authorization. Wow, that's actually potentially a really, really good card for the Beast to get a surprise interstellar shipping later on in the game. It's a really good pickup for him. It would have been big for whoever grabs that. Ooh, keep that hidden. For goodness sakes, Beast. Tessia's going to pick up 2 transports instead. As Hundro did not take it, was decided to wait up. So Hundro's going to pick up spy satellites we'd expect instead. Chow Murky is the next tech revealed. An incredibly powerful technique considering that every position of the game plays points. It's not just for winning. It pays in all positions. So that's pretty good. On to reveals here. Full reveal for the Baron. Other memory, I guess you take just because you can get it. Card draw is card draw, and you can always use that with your shipping, potentially, and stuff, and mining, and city access. However, it's just not a bad card to have, and it's a couple of persuasion there. He might go liaisons, but I honestly think other memory is probably better for him in the long run. Someone like Tessia will probably just flood liaisons here, but Tessia does have 6. So Tessia eyeing up the treachery here, which feels really strong for her. Water Peddler turns up next. There's potential for some nice water here. Hundro might go for this with the 3. I think Hundro might go Peddler and probably a Liaison. I think this sounds not too bad. Does go for the Peddler. I think there's space for a Liaison on your deck. I would reckon. Initiate turns up next. Always a solid card, that. Never really bad to have a better gesture Initiate in hand. Nice utility card. There's a Liaison there. Beast is up next. So Beast is going to have free to reveal as well. Bene Gesserit Initiate feels really good here for the Beast. The extra card draw, cycle through his deck a little bit. It's not too big at the moment. Be a nice way to cycle his stronger cards like his Signet Ring, bits and pieces. Of course, Beast wants to get an alliance ASAP here. It does go for the Initiate. And 6 for Tessia, who will be taking Treachery. Very, very nice there. Worm Riders turns up as the next card here on the deck. That's going to interest both Baron and Beast here. Again, Artillery is also on the deck here, so that's going to be probably heavily gone for here. Very, very strong. So combat's going to be finished here. The Beast will win Carthag. Aladai Marder turns up for Hundro. Now, that's an interesting card. Of course, incredibly strong here. 2 spice for 7 swords. But you got to get an alliance first. And the question immediately you have to ask is, where is Hundro getting his alliance? And he's basically going to have to just rush the Spacing Guild and try and take it out of the Baron's hands here. Whether the Baron even contest, I'm not entirely sure. Might get distracted elsewhere. We shall see what the plan is. Anyways, turn 3 is up. So Hundro will make his way to Interstellar. Picks up his Signet Ring as well, funnily enough, which is kind of insane. So, going to be interesting to see what Hundro does here. Spice Allies is Spice Allies. Like, I think you just take this and call it a day. And we'll slowly see it come in here. Go take the Solari. Coin for all. But surely Spice Allies is the trick here. Yeah, and it is definitely a take. Spice Allies, of course, is very strong. You know, always nice to have in the bag. Call it a day. It's always really, really decent. Next tech revealed is Flagships. The 8 cost us for a straight point here. Potential for a lot of people to have a lot of fun with this. But I don't know if this is going to get bought this game. We'll see. Diplomacy is up for the Beast here. Diplomacy, yeah, I like this. I like this move here from the Beast here. This is nice. Kind of gets in the way of Tessia a little bit, who obviously wants to go there. I think Tessia might have considered Treachery or Fold Space to there. So it kind of blocks up that, which is never bad. And also preps up for Guild Authorization. You go Interstellar next turn. No one can stop you there. And then at some point, you find the spot to smuggle, which will come available. You'll get your opportunities there. That's always pretty nice. Interested to see what the plan is for Beast here. He does have local fence. Now, he might consider using that to get hold of his Swordmaster and transferring his 2 spies and going to, like, Carthag and putting in more troops and trying to win the combat here. Terrible Purpose is the combat. That feels a really nice move here for Beast here to prep his Swordmaster. And if no one else picks up any cash here, there's none available in the combat, and wealth has been blocked. That will happen. Wow, look at this. Baron's going to go High Council. He's going for Kwisatz. He has 9 in hand, but he's going for Kwisatz. He will surely take that first. Figure it's more valuable. As always notice here, if someone goes generally High Council before their Swordmaster, that's generally got a reason here. Here comes the Smuggle further blocking up here of Hundro, so he's going to prep his Swordmaster up first, but I still think B should look to do the same thing here. It looks like he's going to. Get yourself to Carthag or Arakeen. Both are good. I think I'd go Carthag just for the extra coin, and I think the Intrigue's better for you here. You should always see what your card is you're going to draw before you commit troops, because it can be a little bit of a tell if people are paying attention. Yeah, check your draw card, mate. Check your draw card. See what you turn, you know? So he's going to pay that. You still need to draw. You still need to draw a card, buddy. You're an Arakeen. Picks up Bene Gesserit Initiate there, so nice for 6. At some point, I'm going to have to stop saying him. He needs to take his rewards. I'm just giving him a warning here that I'm basically going to stop paying, and he's kind of on his own now. You know, and that's what it is. So, interesting enough, does not commit any troops here. I think I would have liked to have seen that. So, that is interesting here. Now, how did Treachery get there? What's Treachery doing the discard? Shouldn't that be, I don't know how that's in the discard, though. I'm not too sure. Didn't quite pay attention. Kind of throwing it out there and kind of saying, is it meant to be there? We'll see. Tessia's going to get stuck in here. I don't know exactly what the plan is. We shall see. Just kind of having it there. Like, was it played? Was it not? Did it get cycled? Kind of a little unsure here. Just asking the question. You know, just make sure everyone's happy. I'm guessing it got cycled out somehow. Don't entirely know what Treachery's doing up there. Alright, well, they're apparently happy with the situation. I missed it. This game is going at quite a rate near, so just asking the question, making sure we're all happy. Alright, so Tessia is going to win this one without, pretty much, might even win this with no contest. Like, Baron can just get involved here for a troop for the water and the spice, which is a pretty decent reward. However, he'd have to go mining for it. And to be honest, I honestly, right now, would be eyeing up. Like, I know you've got 9 here. So this is the weird spot here. Baron wants Kwisatz. So the question you have to ask is anyone else going to get Kwisatz? Now, funnily enough, before this game, we were talking about the Group F situation with Tessia that happened in one of the previous games, where Tessia ended up like playing a move which she had like 8 to buy Chowam, ended up taking an action of Arakim. She was guaranteed to get the redraw, and Hundro somehow had the ability to pick up Chowam ahead of her and stole it, and it was a catastrophe. And there was nothing she could do about it. And it's interesting to see whether that might have considered him making the play here to just commit and do whatever else here, but okay. Notice here that Baron's putting him 2, just protecting against double cross here. That's the only reason he's doing that, because double cross would cost him everything. Although, to be honest, I think I probably wouldn't even bother with that, because like if someone double crosses you, you're only going to get a spice anyways. Because they're going to have swords to beat you, surely, if they double cross. So, Lady Jessica turns up here on the deck. Oh my goodness me. Well, Baron has a decision to make here. Do you take Kwisatz Haderach, or do you take Lady Jessica? Wow. Wow. This is an interesting spot here for the Baron. I think you still take Kwisatz. Like, Kwisatz is probably better for you, but Lady Jessica's, like, right there. 2 of the best cards in the game. Spoiled for choice here. I don't think this is an auto Kwisatz here. I mean, it's turn 3. It's still pretty early in the game. Whoever you choose, you're going to get some picks here. Of course, the extra influence for the Baron here is really strong to contest the Spacing Guild. Could take the Fremen Alliance now, call it a day. Like, this is not an auto calling one or the other. Both very, very strong here. I don't know. I honestly think I take Jessica. Like, I know it seems insane. Kwisatz is the pick. I mean, Kwisatz cannot be a bad choice. But there is arguments to say you take Jessica there instead. Because you have 9. You could take Jessica and, like, a liaison if you really wanted to. Kwisatz Haderach is Kwisatz Haderach, I suppose. I'm sure people will say, what in the gods are we talking about? But I don't think that's as clear a choice as looks immediately there. Both unbelievably powerful cards, so alas. And of course, bear in mind, Other Memory plays it both here, so he can literally use Other Memory on Kwisatz Haderach, potentially, to pick up Kwisatz. He could do a game with Lady Jessica, and that's drawn as well. That's not put into back into your cart, your stat to draw it. That's drawn straight away. So that is an unbelievably powerful combination. Baron's looking incredibly dangerous. Beast is up next. For turn 4, he'll be starting off here. The Imperial Basin, Beast should be getting involved here immediately. First move will be to go into... Oh, yeah. I think you go... Yeah. I see what the plan is here. But the problem is like... Obviously, this is what you've intended for. But the problem is you no longer control the Great Flat. And there's 6 spice there. And that's unbelievably strong. I actually think I would have held off Guild Authorization here and waited for a better spot to play it. Just because there's 6 spice in the Great Flat, you could deploy troops. You want to put pressure on this combat here. You got second wave as well. You got both your daggers. I don't know. I legit think I would have... I legit think I actually would have waited on the interstellar shipping here. I just think it would have been slightly stronger. Yeah, now Tessia's going to get the water, and she's going to take the this stuff instead. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, it's a little unlucky for the beast here, but I think I would have actually liked that first hold on. You're only really ever going to get into cellar once, and then you're going to pick up some smuggling later on at a later point. So I don't think this was the time for it, but alas, is what it is. So Tessia's going to take that. Tessia is eyeing up flagships. She can't get there this turn, mind you, but Tessia will be eyeing up flagships and using her money to pay for some troops here and get really aggressive with the troop transports. That's super dangerous. Because, of course, bear in mind that Tessia can basically, with flagships and troop transports, just print troops. Like, you troop transport, you get 3 troops in from your shipping, they go into the combat, you take Solari, you pay for flagship. So basically, you can ship and get 6 troops into combat. That is absolutely crazy. And it's been given to Tessia. And if Tessia misses this, I would say that is a huge miss. So that has been taken here. PickleRick cannot get his Swordmaster. He's going to have to wait for it. Interesting to see what Tessia does. Beast is going to go High Council instead? I don't know. Honestly, I think going Mentat's not terrible here, actually. Or you could smuggle. Like, smuggling's available to you, buddy. You can just smuggle here, but you want to get troops in the combat. Carvag's sitting there. Get guys in. Get aggressive. You know, you've got to win some victory points here. You're never going to win an influence battle. I suppose you could also go mining here for the free spice at Imperial Base, and that's also not bad. Get a couple troops in. You've got second wave. This is also totally fine. But get guys in. Be aggressive. Have at them. You know, your job here is to put constant pressure on these guys by constantly getting involved in fights. And your ability to dominate the battlefield is disappearing here. So, especially with Tessia basically looking to take flagships, that is absolutely busted as hell. So, that is something you gotta get stuck in here, basically, while you still can. If you want to make a pivot towards, like, going for some persuasion-heavy stuff later on, fine. But this is not the time. By the way, so we're looking at Tessia here. Now, Tessia, has to play Seats Reverend Mother here. She does not have the Fremen bond, so is not able to get hold of Jessica here. That's no good to her. And selective breeding's also gone. Baron looking to take Lady Jessica as well as Kwisatz Haderach. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. He has 8 influence here. Baron has other memory, Kwisatz Haderach, and he's about to take Lady Jessica. This is ridiculous. And he's going to probably win the combat too here. He thinks he's going to win the combat here. I mean, this is a ridiculous deck that the Baron's being allowed to take here. Absolute madness. Baron's going to go in for Masterstroke 2.0. Interesting to see what the Beast does here. I think the Beast has the second wave, knowing that it's going to be a guaranteed win. The water's not really that good for you here. You're not going to be going to Research Station very much. And the water's not that good for the Baron either, all things being said. Although, to be fair, him going to Research Station is really strong. Hundro is going to go, he's going to go full space to full space here, because he wants the Alliance. That is prepping up the Allied Armada here. That's what's going on. Gets the redraw. Picks up his second convincing iron, which is pretty nice. There's going to be water all over the place here. Beats with a couple of swords. Nothing to buy this one. No one went tech negotiation, so that's going to be all for that. But Hundro... Is Hundro going to get involved in this combat and Allied Armada's way to victory? Is that the plan? Maybe he is. There's a lot happening here in this game. Tessia, meanwhile, has 5 here. I'm interested in what Tessia wants to do. I think you smuggle here as Tessia. Oh, she's just going to reveal and take Appropriate. Is that the plan? Looks like it is. I don't know. Ixie Energials looks pretty good. You're going to take Flagship surely next turn. And you can just buy a tech somewhere or another, and that's a point. I don't know, you'll be careful here. If you're going flagships, you can't really take Appropriate as well. Because that's just going to kill... Like, your money's already gone, and you haven't got your Swordmaster yet. You're putting way too much demand on your Solari here. I think you go Firm Grip, maybe? Firm Grip looks pretty good. Spy Smugglers is never too bad. But XC Engineer, I think, is probably a good pick here as well, because you're going to basically take a second tech. All you're going to do is pick up a third one some point fairly soon, and you will cycle through and get that point. And no one can really do much to stop you here as well. So I think it's a tough one. A phone grip looks pretty good, but the problem is that you've got your snooper from the Emperor already, so you're not going to be able to rocket up here through this faction particularly easy. So it's going to take a while, and again, there's still slurry demands for firm grip. So I think Axion Engineer is probably the pick. You have to think long term and think, what is your intentions for this game? And again, if your intentions are to take flagship, I think you have to take Ixion Engineer. But it is going to be firm grip instead. So we'll see how much use Tessia gets out of that card there. So that's Jessica for the Baron. Ridiculous hand going here. Power play turns up. How it turns up here. All the big cards coming out for this game. Kind of absurd. What is happening here this game? Wow. What a ridiculous deck of the Baron. He will be looking to just selective breed all day, especially with Jessica. And just print turns. And, you know, there's not much you can do about it. So, Hundro is going to go for the win here. Draws his diplomacy. That's a little unfortunate. He's going to get stuck in here. I don't know why he's putting so many in. He should probably draw a couple back. He's going to take the water here. I guess he doesn't know what the Beast is going to do. Beast is in a horrible spot here. Beast feels like he has the second wave, and he's going to get thwarted by Hundro here. Can the Beast find some patience? You know, this late entry, but he's not winning. You win away. He does pass! And Hundro plays the Aladomado. That saves the Beast big time, his second wave there. So that's a very, very good lead from the Beast there. Now, I don't know whether maybe Hundro just played it and didn't even give the Beast a chance there, but Beast is not going to say no. It's huge for the Beast. So second wave remains for later on. It's going to be huge for the following combats. Imperial Basin falls to Hundro Moritani here. There is water for absolutely everyone, which is kind of ridiculous. Fourth point here for Hundro now as well. Keeping up pace here. Baron ahead on 5. Beast also with 4. Tessia has 3. Tessia, like, is about to pick up a 4 point surely with flagships, I think is the plan. But we will see. She might be tempted to get her Swordmaster first, though, and bargain that no one else is going to go tech negotiation. Maybe that's what she does here. Kind of a weird spot. Kind of a weird spot, this, everyone. Interesting to see what she does first. I don't know. I think you just take flagships and call it a day. You know, you kind of want to deny Swordmasters to the Beast. But I just feel like flagships is just so good for you here. You get the point, and you can just make so many threats here, basically. And you know, your shipping is just crazy days. But you also want to go into Stellar. You want to do everything at once here. It's kind of nuts. So Baron picks up Kwisatz in his beginning hand here, which is awesome. It means he can basically pull Kwisatz later on with other memories. It's an absolute dream here. Tessia is going to go Swordmaster first. She's going to hope no one goes tech negotiation here. Interesting to see what happens. I would love to see a block from Beast here for tech negotiation. You could even pick up Chalmurky, or even pick up Artillery yourself. I'd love to see Beast make the block here. That'd be really, really nice. Baron will go shipping, as you would expect. Of course, Kwisatz Haderach as well. The powerful thing for Baron is Baron can go and double ship whenever he's got Kwisatz Haderach. So Baron's just going to be able to just ship and ship and ship and ship, and no one can really do anything about it here. You know, it is absolutely absurd, the power that we're going to see the Baron wield here. It's a crazy, crazy deck. Hundro ended up picking an Indian Engineer as well, by the way. So Duncan Idaho is the next. Look at these cards coming out. What a deck. Chalmurky pick up for Hundro. I like this. I like this. And I think this is going to be a funky game. It's going to be pretty close at the end here. So this is nice to see. Picks up Poison Snooper. Never too bad. And picks up the War Chest, which is also very good. He's going to have to find some Solari, though. He is the shipper, though. He can always ship with his courier's abilities. It's not too bad. Go on, Beast. Find the block. Find the tech negotiation block. I'd love you for life. I don't think he's playing it because he's using his ring here. It doesn't look like. I think he's just going to get stuck in. Oh, yeah. He's going to get stuck in here, I reckon. Oh, does he not? Oh, come on. Find the tech negotiation block. Stop Tessia from getting flagships. He's not going to. He's just going to put troops in, which I guess isn't bad. Down Carthag. Like, it can't be bad. You've got Worm Riders. You want to rely on that, of course, as well. But that's gonna be that. Grand conspiracy draw here for the Beast. Not the best person to have it. Kind of tricky for anyone to get this, but the Beast especially. It's a really tough one, so it's kind of an unfortunate draw for Beast here. Tessia available to take flagship if she wants it. Again, I just think it's so strong because you can couple that with your shipping and just do crazy, crazy stuff. It's basically like a Highliners and you're getting paid for it. But it is committing. It's all your spice. You obviously want to use your spice on other things. You got you want to go selective breeding, conspiring maybe is an option. You can go conspiring if you wanted. You have firm grip. You could use the slurry you pick up to pay for another faction here. There's a lot of options for you. I don't know. It's a tough one. You could hold the spot. It's tough. It's very, very tough. But you've also got firm grip, so you want to get that alliance going. So maybe conspire with firm grip is also very strong here. And use the money to pay for, like, a bump in just whatever faction you want. Tessia is going to go to Arakeen for the card draw. Now, what is this about here? Is she just blocking city spaces? Here we go. Oh, I actually wouldn't play this. Oh no, what are you doing, Baron? You don't want to get other memory now. You want to save it for later. You've got a 10-card hand. Let Kwisatz be played this one and just use something to dig him up for the grave next turn. Oh, I actually don't like that. He's going for, like, spice, I guess. But I legit think you've been better off just with the straight actions and just do shipping and somewhat now. Ugh, not sure I'm a big fan of that. It is never bad to buy spice, but even so. Hundro ends up going to do more mining, I think it is what he did. He's picking up some extra spice. Beast is going to head on to the Great Flat for the spice here as well. Pick that up. Couple of water. Of course, everyone's got tons of water here, so we'll use it. Gets to draw a card. Is it going to put any more troops in? Totally correct. Here it comes. Yeah, Conspire. Conspire is also good. I should have seen the Conspire firm grip play a bit sooner. Maybe this is actually better for her. Picks up Diversion. That's... Oh my good grief. You've got to be kidding me. What a ridiculous, ridiculous card that is for Tessia. Because she... And actually, funny enough, deploying Moist things can turn. She can actually do that with troop transports. And if she had flagships, she could actually trigger that. Just kind of ridiculous. So he's going to pick up the token with the Fremen for the extra bump. Going to make Baron a little bit uncomfortable. Baron is gonna play Kwisatz. He still has 10 in the bank, so picking up size here. The only thing with the Baron is that his Kwisatz isn't really hidden. They know that he's going to have Kwisatz most hands. So players are going to know that he's going to be able to infiltrate and do stuff like that. That will affect how people play a little bit here. Kwisatz is never going to... He's never like, he had Kwisatz this turn. And all he's going to do with Kwisatz is leave here and go back. That's all he's ever going to really do with this. Apart from, like, the occasional time he's able to do something really, really strong with it. But that's all Baron's ever going to do here, is go backwards and forwards and just use it for repeat shipping. Which is, you know... That's kind of what Kwisatz is nowadays, unfortunately. That's his thing. He's just going to use that to trash his deck and just basically just have Lady Jessica, Kwisatz Haderach, and other memory going here and just not really buy anything else. He might buy power, you know, he doesn't need to. He just buy spice and just trash it. That's all he's ever going to do here. Picked up Lady Jessica now. He didn't want to do that. He didn't really want to see that there. Actually has 5, 7, 9, 11. Has 15 reveal here. Oh, 13 reveal. 5, 7, 9, 11. No, he has 15 revealed as the Baron. Nearly has double spice here, which is ridiculous. So, might actually take spice and power play. I mean, oh my god. Hundro uses Poison Snooper here. The Water Peddler is up. I actually think trashing it is the plan. I think you trash it now and call it a day, and it looks like the trash will happen here. Yeah, that's a nice. That was a nice time for the Snooper. Get the water, get it out. It's done its job. That's nice. Desert Ambush in hand, of course, is really nice, but has no way of getting any troops into the combat, so that's a shame. I don't think you've got else as the liaison. You have 5 to, you have 5 here to reveal. I mean, there was an argument that says you could consider revealing and taking power play. But he's just going to go smuggling here, which is fine. He's going to use that, couple of his ring later on and get some good stuff. Halton Engine, by the way, the next pickup on the tech list. Oh my gosh. So, Beast is going to reveal for 5 swords, along with 4 persuasion. Beast picking up Duncan here looks incredibly strong. And I would be 100% picking that up as the Beast. If you're going to win this game, you're going to win it on the battlefield. Like, everyone, you're never going to win this any other way here. So, you just got to get guys on the field. He's eyeing up spy smugglers here, which isn't terrible, but you got to go Duncan here. And just use that and go to, like, Siege and just print forces. He does decide to do so. Tessia has 5. We'll take power play. Baron has 15. So what does Baron take here? Baron gets Spice. Leaves 6. Does Baron go... Oh, my God. Baron probably just goes here for 5. Takes the Spice and probably just picks up, like, Appropriate. And just use that for just the extra movement bump. Is probably the plan here. Futhi is also really good, mind you. But I would expect to see probably Appropriate. It seems a very Barony sort of card. Baron might well run away with this just on pure strength of deck here. If nothing else. It's a ridiculous, ridiculous deck. Don't get me wrong. I don't see how Baron doesn't really win this game now. It looks fairly committed here. Oh my God, wait a minute. If Beast wins this combat, is Beast gonna go up and take flagships? Or do you just use or you go up and just tease the plus, or just get hold of artillery for free, maybe? Wow, that's an interesting choice for the Beast here. I don't know what the correct answer is there. Fremenkamp for Hundro makes sense. Weber Power terms. Look at these. What a ridiculous top third of this Imperium card. It's just all of the big cards coming out. Absolutely ridiculous here. So Beast is going to win this one. That is for sure. He takes this down. His Intrigue and Water for Tessia is not bad. I don't know what you do as a Beast here. You could just go down and up. But you might not get to Interstellar ever again, is the problem. Bribery pickup for Tessia Vernius. That is ridiculous. So it's just to see what Beast does. I think up and down is the play, and you get hold of... Is he going flagships? Flagships can't be bad. Does pick up the flagships. That's nice to see. Put the fear of God into them. I like that. It's a 5th point as well. That's always good. Gets 2 troops. Pretty sure it's just the 1. Don't see why you get 2 troops. Needs to take the flagship point as well. I'm just going to take it for them. Just make it easy for them here. Just to make life a bit easier. So Beast is going here. Beast just wants to take... he's got the bump point here. He's going to take it with the Fremen here. Now, that's an interesting choice here. Is Beast, like, realistically going to challenge? Interesting to see. Now, Beast does have the option to play flagships on the spot, and will do so to garrison the 3 extra troops. He is still allowed to do that. Like, you can play these tech tiles at any point, basically when you're doing stuff, so I think you can still play that then. Could be wrong there, but I don't see anything particularly wrong with this. And taking the Spice as well for himself. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Everyone's got decent chances here. Hundro's going to do well to keep up here. I think he's just going to get muscled out. Baron just looks ridiculously strong here. Beast and Tessia go up here. So they're having to see if he can play flagships now, or if he's not allowed to see this. Now, this is a... I think we're going to get called in to make a ruling here, because it isn't really clear. I suppose the thing is with flagships is that it's got to be... Yeah, he can't play it because he's got to... Yeah. He can't play it because he has to... Question Question is can you play these on your once comments resolve? The odds are is probably not. Here's the rule book here. Yeah, can be used during one of your agent turns, and only once per round at the start of the game. So you cannot use that to stock up his garrison early. Okay, we've cleared that up then. I'm sure many of you have commented and saying, hey, you can't do that. And yeah, we worked it out. But thank you regardless. Alright then, so, next action here. Final one for the tier 3s. Machinations turns up here for the double influence bump. It's going to interest everyone. I think Beast should be making a play for this. Like, if not just to try and get closer to getting those 2 extra points with the Emperor and the Bene Gesserit here. Beast is not going to win this game without it. He's just not going to. He also needs to get his Swordmaster as well. Now look at this. Baron goes early. Goes early for Hardy Warriors because he knows the strength of the situation and knows he absolutely needs to try and win this. So he's going to make the punt. Oh, he's considering it. Oh, he's having second thoughts. He's like, well, the problem is like, Hardy Warriors is good. You get 4 troops in, but then what are you going to do? Baron does not have his Swordmaster. He sacrificed it for the strength of his hand here. So that's the problem that the Baron has, and it makes it awkward. He's going to go Still Suits instead for the Warlord. So yeah, basically Baron's saying, I'm just going to keep going Research Station. And this is where the players need to basically, if they want to stop the Baron from winning, they have to block Research Station for the Baron. They just cannot let him have it. They just can't. They have to get in the way here. If they don't, Baron's just going to win this game. Hundro has to go to Interstellar because it's been given to him. That's pretty much an automatic one. I don't think Beast is going to go Interstellar, is the thing. He's going to go Research Station. It doesn't really suit him too well. The question is, does Tessia Vernius get in the way of Interstellar? That is the question. She could easily Interstellar with Signet Ring, because it doesn't look like she's not going to win the Fremen Alliance. It's not going to happen. So she can easily start sapping away at that, powering the Bene Gesserit, and use that to draw a load of cards. She wants to get a Fremen Bond as well for Siege Reverend Mother to get some spice that way. So Tessia's got a lot of good reasons to make her way to the Research Station, and it'll be a massive, massive play. I think to not play it would be probably a mistake. I don't see how Beast goes there first. Beast does not need to go Swordmaster right away. He can wait. So playing his diplomacy first, totally fine. New tech, by the way, is going to be the Spaceport. Very, very decent card. Could be a nice kind of creative way to get hold of a spice late game. Better early game than later on, but still never too bad. Where does Beast go here? I don't think you go Fold Space. He goes Hardy Warriors. I mean, I'm not Influence Base? Wow, now this is going to be interesting. So, look at this, consider it this way. So, if the Beast is going to go up to step 4 here, and he ends up winning the combat, that would take him to step 5. He has the chance to steal the alliance from the Baron. And Baron has no way to get more influence here with the Fremen. This could be a crazy steal. Beast needs to take his pop here with the Fremen here. Gets his water back. So yeah, he's neutral basically. I think you get them in. There is a chance you steal the Fremen alliance here, and against the Baron looking this dangerous, you've got to get him in here. Beast, you gotta get him in. You gotta get him in here. No, don't softball it. You gotta get him in. It seems crazy not to. What are you waiting for? Don't have to put this much weight on a second wave. You're trying to deceive? The fact that you're not putting in troops looks suspicious. You gotta get in here. But he's not going to. What is happening here? How do you go Hardy Warriors and not put troops in this slot? You have to, right? Holtzman engine pickup, by the way, for Hundro. Didn't even spot that one. So much happening here. That's his third tech, so he's going to look to pick up the point for the Ixian engineer. Beast, this is agony. How can you not put these guys in? Beast, come on. What, your troops are doing nothing in your garrison. You didn't hire them to just sit pina coladas on the desert. You've got them here to fight, to bleed for your cause. What else are you paying them for? Are you paying them? I don't know, that's debatable. Might be your dad's paying them. That might be what's going on here. Doesn't want to pick on his old man. There you go. Get a couple of troops out. Just get them all in. Like, there's really no reason not to here. Put your foot on this combat here. Don't get everyone else, like, don't even give them an entry here. Take this one down, and you might well end up seeing the Premier Alliance. Like, it's very possible. Like, whatever your draw is here, you could easily pick up diplomacy. False place if you don't use it now, though I suspect you probably will. Oh, man, this is going to be kind of crazy to see how this is going to turn out here. This is going to be kind of crazy. Tessia's going to be up next here. So Tessia's bribery and treachery, which is ridiculous. So she can basically take any alliance. Funny fact, Tessia could actually take the Bene Gesserit alliance immediately. 2 pops from treachery, a 3rd pop from her snooper token, and a 4th pop from bribery. And she can literally go from 0 to alliance taken in 1 move. And she has the spice to do it. And I'm going to be honest, I would do it because this is the perfect time to trash because all of the rest of your cards are going to discard here. And again, you want to get your Throne Alliance going for your Seat Forever Mother. I actually think this is a great play for Tessia. You could pick up basically 3 points at a turn. And I don't see why you don't do it. Seems great. Okay, so red is in the tank here. Red does have a lot of options. I thoroughly admit this. But I legit think this is the perfect time to make the selective breeding just mass steal of everything. And it's so cool to do that, like, to get 4 influence bumps at a turn. You gotta do it, Tessia. You gotta do it. There you go. There you go. So this is going to be a quadruple influence bump for Tessia Vernius. Only Tessia basically can do this. So she's going to be able to get the 2 troops from treachery. Now she can't retrash this. Because by getting hold of the 2, it auto trashes. So she cannot trash it twice. Because the double bump forces it. So she has to trash something else. Which is exactly what is going to happen here. Probably like whatever's in there. Dagger. Yeah, that'll be the one. So 2 troops go in automatically. So they will make their way into the combat here. There's the Fremen Alliance. There you go. I mean, good grief. Firm Grip turns up as well. That's ridiculous. So she's going to use that for, like, just to pay for more influence here. Huge potential for Tessia to get stuck in. So there goes the troops. They're forcing the combat. And then the 3rd bump here from Selective Breeding. Also gets an intrigue for this as well, by the way. Gets the bump and the thing here. So gets that. Private Army. That's super good. Nice, easy, good use for 2 spies. Not hard to pick up in this sort of game. Go on, play the bribery now. Go for it. Come on. Just take the alliance now. Call it a day. Cycle your intrigues. See what else you got. Like, have at it. I mean, if he's, you know, you can wait, but I don't really see an advantage to waiting for once. Like, usually I'm an advocate of leaving it to the last moment to make your intrigue plays. But actually, there are cases where you want to just do it early. Tessie's gonna wait. Might even try to just win it straight up and leave bribery for something else, I guess. However, this lets Baron go to Arakeen. Now, this is kind of crazy. So what's happened here is he's managed to draw Arakeen, but again, he's not going to get any actual use out of Jessica here, so it's just going to buy more spice. But no one is blocking the Baron from Research Station, and this is going to cost everyone the game here. This is just too strong for the Baron with Disposal Facility as well. You just can't let him do this. This is absolutely criminal. Tessia should have gone research first and then done this. He had the Signet Ring. Oh my god. So, my god, the beast hasn't even bought its Swordmaster! He's just getting dudes in! What is happening here? Picks up Master Tactician, hasn't even paid for his flagship. What is happening in this game? This is chaos. This is absolute madness. Tessia's up here now. So Tessia, now what do you do, Tessia? You've got everything you ever wanted, really, in life. I mean, do you try and win the combat here? No, he's not. Probably not anymore. Now that Beast is getting the dudes in. I don't know. This is a really, really strange spot here. I don't know what's happened here. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I need to ask this. This is very important. I don't think it is. And this is really important to the game. I legit think he's at 6. So just asking the question. One thing I have noticed in this tourney is that we have had a few situations of people missing little bits here and there. And it has been a real issue in this game. It's not been a real issue, but, you know, I think we're trying to make an effort of just tightening things up, making sure everything is where it is. Again, trying not to get involved, trying not to, like, make any influence in the games or anything like that. Just making sure things are being run correctly here. Hope you guys understand. Alright, Tessia's up. So Tessia, again, shows all the actions. She's going last. Unbelievable amount of things you want to do here. I don't know what. You could go Firm Grip and just go Emperor. Just basically take a double influence bump. Take the cash. Take the bump here, pay for the bump anywhere else you want, pay for it with, like, the Bene Gesserit, take that alliance, pay for it with the Spicing Guild, and start putting Hundro under a little bit of pressure here, maybe. There's an argument that you do that as well. Like, you can do anything you want. Both Hundro and Tessia have, both Baron and Tessia, I should say, have just, like, absolutely ridiculous hands. Crazy, crazy decks. Beast is hardly shabby. But I think Hundro is just going to get left in the dust here. Like, he's not in a bad spot. Like, I reckon in a lot of games, Hundro's deck and his techs here will probably seem through a lot of the game. He does have Spice Satellites, of course, along with Holtzman. But the problem is just the decks he's going against are just so outrageously powerful. I don't really see a way to get past this. I think Tessie, just pay for the... What are you wanting here with your cash? Like, what's the plan? Are you going to go High Council? That's the only reason you don't take the influence bump here. But you're Tessia Vernius. Just take influence of people. You know, pay for the Bene Gesserit. Take that down. Pay for anything. Put people under pressure. That's your job. I mean, giving the cash is fine. You can go. I guess the argument is you Signet Ring to High Council. And that pays for your spice. Your spice must flow, which also is very tempting. You do have bribery as well. So I guess it's not outrageous, although you cannot use your Signet Ring anymore for the duplicit ability. All super tokens have been taken. So the Signet Ring is purely just an access card now. And there are some cases where some players might be considered trashing the Signet Ring potentially because it is just an access card. Is going to pay for the bump with the with here and pick up Sisters of the Sisterhood just to cement that one in. Bit unfortunate here. She can't duplicit or do anything with that influence there, but just shores up the alliance. So be it. Is what it is. Just a dead card to her. So Baron will Kwisatz, of course. Baron can just Kwisatz the Instella if he wants here. Does Baron want this Instella to Kwisatz, or does he want to do something else? Baron could Interstellar to Hardy Warriors here. It would lock up with the Fremen Alliance, which is in a bit of strife here. He could put more troops in if he wanted. But he wants to save his water for research visits, so it's kind of a weird spot here for the Baron. Obviously, you are Kwisatzing. You don't really want to open up research station to anyone though. Like, still 2 players that could go there because you will no longer block it. And like the thing is, you can't really take your troop off a still suit because then you're basically risking losing your alliance. If you take your agent off of steel suits, you have to go Hardy Warriors. Or back to steel suits or something. Because the beast can very legitimately take this alliance from you if he wins this combat. So, a bit of a weird spot for the Baron. You know, I mean, Research Station isn't bad. If someone wants to take it, you know, it doesn't feel great to give Research Station. Tessia already has the point here, so it doesn't really matter. Did I just miss the... Oh, no. Hundro's getting his signet ring ready as his next turn. So it looks like he's going to go mining to pick up the... and he's going to use that with his troops to get some troops into combat. Here's the plan. So Hundro's going to get aggressive, try and take Machinations down. And he might even use War Chest to pay for it as well. But Beast has plenty of intrigues on his own, so he's going to struggle to win this. But it's a reasonable play from Hundro. I like it. What's most beneficial for Baron? What do you want to do here with this? That's the question. Do you even use Kwisatz? Maybe even to go tech negotiation, just pick up artillery? I don't know. You could probably just sprint Spice and just win the game here. You got 12 persuasion. You're not going to get enough to... You could if you wanted to. But the problem is now there's no point going to Research Station because you only have a 9-card hand. So basically, you ever go Research Station, you just draw your hand, and that's that. The problem is that because his hand is so small, he's actually not getting any particular value out of memory, other than it just being a two persuasion card here. He's never going to draw Kwisatz out of his discard pile. It's just a draw card. That's all it ever is. Because his deck is so small, which is kind of ridiculous. But I don't know, Baron's got a lot of half-decent options here. You could even just go Faction Access. You could go Wealth and just pick up the point there. You know, that actually doesn't seem too bad. Just pick up the cash. Pick up the point. It takes you to 7. You buy Spice, it's 8. You know, that puts you reasonably in charge here. Well, I don't know, Tessia's sitting there with 7. Tessia is like right behind you here. So it's far from guaranteed. I'm just trying to think what else is really valuable here. I don't think no other faction really makes sense. You'd be unlucky to lose the Fremen, but if you did lose it, that'd be pretty catastrophic. I don't know. It's kind of weird. You play Kwisatz for something, of course. There's no question about that. I don't think getting extra troops is particularly useful. Drawing your card doesn't really do anything for you, so I wouldn't bother about that. Siege, getting the waters, like, I don't know. Yeah, he's going to go for wealth here, and he's going to take the point. I don't think this is bad. Just take the point, bag it, call it a day. Can't be a bad thing here. Picks up his Spice card, which is his last card available, and he'll probably just use that to trash. Which is also good for him, because he doesn't care about holding onto the Spiceless Flow cards, unlike Hundro would. Signet Ring's going to come in for... Wow, he's going to get... Whoa. Now that's an interesting play. Went for this height? What? I guess he's thinking about... He's got to start paying for Holtzman. I think it's a bit late for that, buddy. I don't think it's going to happen. So still no Swordmaster for the Beast here, which is kind of crazy. This is being a very, very weird game. Some strange choices being made. Tessia's still got an action here. Tessia might feel committed to get some troops in. Probably should. Nah, it's just going to reveal, take the Spice. I guess has 9. I don't know. I'd have been tempted to go Arakeen there and look to make a press onto the victory here. But I guess reckons that Machinations doesn't really do much for her now, which I guess is reasonable. So Spice for the Baron takes him to 8 points as well. There's only going to be probably only one more turn in this game, you would imagine. Somehow you just think both of them are going to fight. One of them's going to find a way to take 2 points here in this next one. Tessia can just bribe for the Emperor whenever she wants and just buy Spice, and this game is over. So it looks like there's going to be one more turn in this one. I guess a turn 7 finish for this, given the strength of decks here, is not a big surprise. How much does Baron actually have here? 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 12. You could actually consider picking up like Jessica of Arrakis here. I actually don't think it would be the worst choice in the world. In case your good cards come at the end of your deck, but I mean, I don't think it really matters particularly too much here. I don't think it's a big deal regardless. But Jessica Arrakis seems not unreasonable. Or you can just go Liaisons, trying to basically work out, is there a way he can draw all his cards and get hold of 2 Spice? The answer to that is no. He's trashed too many cards of his deck, so he can't actually buy 2 Spice. Yeah, you see he's counting here, saying, is there a way I can get 2 Spice in a reveal? But the answer is you can't. Hundro has 4 to buy. Web of Power turns up, but he's just going to go Liaisons here. This is just a bit of a desperate play here to pick up Spice, buy some flows. That's basically what's going on here, but I don't think it's going to really matter too much in this one. So Beast is going to win this. Beast is going to take this down. Now, I think you have to take the Fremen here as one of your points. You have to threaten taking the point Beast here. Beast is in a weird spot. Beast is kind of king-making. If he takes his Fremen Alliance, Tessia probably wins the game. He's going up with the Spacing Guild. That doesn't seem a good idea at all. I would probably take that point elsewhere, just if any other faction. Oh, combat has not been resolved. He was just assuming he'd won here, so Tessia's gonna make the tie here. Beast will play. I'd play Master Tactician. Oh, save second wave, buddy. Save second wave. Save that for next turn, probably. Or do you think your next turn you're just going to get your troops anyways and second wave loses actual value? Actually, I think you're right here. Second wave comes in, so we get the 2 swords. Interesting to see if he does deploy any extra troops on top. The temptation is to do so. It feels like that's kind of the more natural thing to do. It's hard to play second wave just for the 2 swords when they've got more intrigues in hand. But he finds it. Fair play, Beast. Well done. Good job. I would not take the point with the spacing. Take it with any other faction. Don't really matter which faction. I think I think Benjamin is probably slightly better in the long run, but I don't think it matters too much here. So, does Beast get access to Fremen? It's a big draw for the Beast here. This is a huge draw for the game. If Beast get access to Fremen, it might well cost the Baron the match here. Does he find it? He does not. He does not. Fortune favors the Baron. Wow. Hundro is going to go first here. Hundro will go Interstellar, you would imagine. I mean, you just go Interstellar. I mean, he's trying to work out. Obviously, he wants to try and buy Spice. Again, his deck's just not very good. He's thrown both his daggers. He's got a horrible deck here. Does Hundro here? This is a kind of not a good hand. Goes up and down. He's considering basically getting restricted ordnance, which is not a terrible option here. Artillery, although is not much worse. Gonna take it with the Emperor here to bag that point. Takes him up to 5. Effectively 7. Gets a couple of points from Spy Satellites, so he's up officially at 7. Or unofficially. Restricted Ordnance just seems the better pick, though. You already have the thing here. What the Hundro wants to do, like, he wants to draw for his deck, if possible, and pick up his Exian Engineer, but he's never gonna get it. He's not drawing it. Beast finally. Oh, is he going to Swordmaster? Go Mentat. Don't go Swordmaster. Go Mentat. It's actually better for you now. Like, go Mentat. No one's taken Mentat this entire game, everyone. I've just realised this. Oh, it doesn't matter. No one can block you. Baron's never going there. Oh. And gets a troop into his garrison here. Hardy Warrior is taken by Tessia here. Grand Vision is the combat, by the way, which is not all that huge for Tessia. Although she's now threatening the alliance here. Wow, it's all happening. Oh, she makes it still that way. Oh my god, that could be game over. Oh, I didn't even see that. I hadn't even got a chance to react to her hand. Fremen steal from Tessia to the Baron. That could well be end of game. How does Baron recover from this? Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What ridiculousness this is. That is a crippling blow from the Baron. He's a bit unlucky, but Tessia Vernius, you can never count any alliance safe. Wow, he kind of wishes Beast had taken it now. What an absolutely brutal steal that is. And she can still go to... Does anyone find a way to block Welfare and stop Tessia taking the 10th point? Does Baron ever find a trip there? No, he's going to go research station. Again, no one's blocked him here, which is like kind of insane given his deck. But no one's bothered. Given basically his hand is turned here, I tell you what, I would have liked to have seen Baron go Wealth and actually just block. Up. But I suppose it doesn't really matter. The argument is, I suppose, if Tessia wins this combat, then she's going to Grand Vision for the points. I think I would have liked to have seen Wealth block. And just say, well, if you're going to take a point from me, I'm going to deny it from you. I wouldn't have been totally against it. Man, that is so crippling. And look at this, he picks up reinforcements. It's such a good card, but I don't think he's ever going to find the cash for it. Now he really wishes he could get to Wealth, but he's never getting there. Oh my goodness. Hundro's up next. Hundro, at 7 points, needs to find a way to cement third here. Beast has a lot of troops in. I think everyone just needs to get stuck in here now. I don't think there's anything else to be done. I mean, just mine, you know? You do have Chow Murky, which is interesting to note. So the spice on your side doesn't matter. You might as well find a use for it. Now, what's the plan here with all this spice? What's he looking to do? Interesting. Interesting. Does it have an actual use? Is it... Oh, maybe he's going to go tech negotiations and use his dagger to buy spaceport, maybe. Maybe that's the plan. Oh, Beast picks up plans within plans, but it's no good to him. It's no good to him. It would have been auto point for Tessia Vernius. It somehow wouldn't have been an auto point for the Baron in this kind of crazy game. Interestingly enough, wow. And Tessia now. I mean, Tessia just looks so cemented here. Just go Wealth. Just go Wealth, take the point. How do you not do it? It's just been left to you there. And that's exactly what we're going to see. It's point number 10. And unless someone can steal one of these alliances of Tessia's, which I don't think is going to happen, it's not on. This is final round. Tessia, though, is not going to be able to buy spice. And she has no spice in the bank here. So what options does Baron have? How can he win this game? What options does he have available to him? What do you do here? You've got a couple actions. You've got Kwisatz, of course. What's the best thing you can do here? There are worlds where he might even Kwisatz the Wealth to pay for reinforcements, but are you ever going to win this on combat? I don't think you do. Man, I don't know what the best option is here. I'm not really seeing it. Like, sometimes it just jumps out at you what to play here, but I'm not seeing it. Afram Steel, absolutely, what an unbelievable blow that's been in this game. And now Baron just like, what does he have left? For all of his deck strength, just pure brute force from Tessia has seemingly done the job. The Baron counter. Let's do it this way. So you know you're going to get one spice. You're not going to miss it. So you know you're going to get to at least 8 points. So what do you do here? What is of most use here in this situation? Do you just go secrets and just like try and intrigue away to a point or something? What are you going to pick up? It's going to give you a point though. Chowm's no good. Sleeping Must Awaken. You probably... There's worlds you might actually get the point out of that. Does going smuggling and then Interstellar help you very much in this situation? I don't think so. It's not very big. Is there any way you can find a point in this situation? I just don't see it. I don't see any moves here for the Baron. I think it's just like... It's just complete stalemate here. Such a good deck and he can't do anything with it. Completely powerless. Can't even go Mentat. mentality. You can't even buy it. Just to wait and see. I mean, tech-wise, I'm looking at. I mean, artillery just does nothing. Spaceport can't afford it. Detonation devices is obviously pointless. Do you just mine spice here and just call it a day? I mean, man, what a horrible spot. I mean, you could in theory go Arakeen. I think just going Arakeen is not terrible. You could even, and there is a world actually, you could go to Siege and then use Kwisatz to go to Great Flat and pick up some spice for tiebreakers? Is that really the best move? Man, that sucks. I actually think I would also have liked to have seen Secrets and then Kwisatz back to Secrets and pull 3 intrigue cards. And just, you never know what you might come across. Also not outrageous. But it just feels better getting troops into the combat here. Man. What a brutal, absolute savage move from Tessia that was. I think that's the word for it. Absolute savagery. Conspiring from Hundro Moritani. Conspiring for Hundro Moritani. What is going on here? He's trying to find a way to pay for... He's paying for war chests is what he's doing here. He's trying to win the combat to pick up the point. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hundro wins the combat. He uses it to steal the alliance from Tessia. This game could go on. Oh my god. It couldn't happen, could it? Beast, meanwhile, this is outrageous. This guy may not be over. Oh my goodness me. Don't go checking the timestamps here. Don't look at the timescale. See, is this game go for another 10 minutes, this video? Or does it go for another 30? Don't look. You don't want to do that to yourself. Live the moment here. There could be the most outrageous Hundro Moritani steal you ever saw here. I didn't even see the Conspire play. Wow. He picks up stage instant as well, in case somehow this doesn't work. He has perhaps for next turn he can stage. This is absolute insanity here. Oh no, Beast is gonna get stuck in though. He's gonna pay for he's gonna pay flagships. He shouldn't. Because he can't steal the alliance. He needs this is the craziest spot here. The Beast actually needs Hundro to win here to take the alliance to make this game go forward. That's 14 strength for Tessia with Arakeen. Oh no, I don't think Hundro has enough. I don't think Hundro has enough. Oh no, my god, I don't know the maths. I think it's... Oh no, I think it's gonna be a tie. Oh no, that's so brutal for Hundro. 2 for the daggers, 4 for war chest, 4 for restricted ordinances, plus 10. It's not enough. Oh no, if he'd gone to a city and deployed, he would be winning this combat, but he didn't. He had to go and get the spice to pay for Conspire to start the play in the first place. And then the Beast didn't do anything to block the city. Oh no. Oh, it's tragic. That is so, so tragic. Oh, if Beast just finds a way to Arakeen, this game continues, but it looks like that's going to be all for this one. Unless something happens here. I don't know. I don't see what else moves there is. Meanwhile, Baron here, looking at his options, there isn't really any. I'd probably just go Wealth here, I guess, and pay for the reinforcements to get them in. Or you go and get the spice, I guess. No, he's going to go for the secrets here and just take the intrigue and see what he gets here. Picks up Quid Pro Quo, which he might as well pay for because it gets him... He can trade his intrigue out. It depends if... He might want to keep the spice, though, for tiebreakers. It's potentially important here, but the problem is I wouldn't bother here because although you currently win tiebreakers, you're losing to the Beast, and you're about to lose to Hundro when he takes the free spice here, and you're not going to be able to beat him. So you actually play quid pro quo here to cycle out your intrigue and try and get something else, I reckon. I actually think it's a better play. Yeah, here we go. Cycle it out. It doesn't really... It's... You cycle it out. The spice doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. Hundro has Chow Murky anyway, so it wouldn't even matter how much spice he's got. Picks up Bypass, does nothing for him, so a complete blank. Oh, man. I would have loved to have seen this game go another turn. It's the crazy Tessia line still, but it just didn't conspire that way. So that is going to be... Looks like that's going to be it here. We're on to reveals. Hundro is looking at the maths and realizing it's no good. 2 swords. He'll pick up appropriate, he guesses. Which is not really of any use to him, unfortunately. Doesn't really do anything. He realizes he can't win. If he knew he could win, he'd take it 100%, but there's just no point now. Wow, what a crazy... And is Ixen Engineer still in his deck? Did not draw it. That's a point lost there. If honest to goodness sakes, if Hundro finds a way to win this game, anything could have happened next turn. With Spice Satellites, with all sorts. But it's not gonna be. The Beast is gonna pick up 4 swords here. That's gonna take him to 10. It's not going to be any good, though. He has no alliance. If he had the alliance, he could also have won, but there was no alliance to steal from Tessia Vernius. Not to be here. No Fremen Bond for Tessia, but it doesn't really matter. The game's over. I wouldn't even bother buying here. It really doesn't do anything for you. And the Baron's going to have... he's going to have 10 reveals, so he buys Spice. Takes Baron at 8 points. Baron's going to probably take second spot here. Hundro's going to get 2 more for his Spice Lights. It's going to take him to 7. Beast is only going to sit with 5. Nothing for his end games here. No good. That is going to be all she wrote here. Tessia Vernius is going to win the game. I don't even think she can actually pick up another point here, amusingly. She physically doesn't even gain anything from winning this combat. She gets free Solari. It's all she gets. Oh dear, what a crazy match this has been. Great entertainment. Just an absolute, just a war this. Some absolutely insane decks running and clashing against each other. But the Fremen steal from the Baron, the absolutely crucial turning point in this one, a pivotal moment, is going to call this one for Tessia here. But if only Beast had made his way to Arrakeen, Tessia doesn't get enough forces in. War Chest takes the win, and this game continues. But it doesn't happen. It is not to be. And that's where they're pointing out here right now. That is where this game was decided. The Beast allowing Arrakeen. What? It's crazy, isn't it? One little small choice by someone not even involved in the title fight ends up Kings making the game. What a ridiculous situation. What a game.
I was like, I really hope Blue would understand to go here, but unfortunately.
I take it you're talking about the accidental king making that's ended up occurring here with Arrakeen. I mean, what a ridiculous way for this match to end. What a ridiculous game. This is good. This is a good watch.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness me. I mean,
couldn't understand this game.
Got so nervous these games. There were so many things.
I mean, like, just where do we even start here? I mean, the Baron had the most ridiculous deck one might ever see.
Yeah. Oh sure, yeah.
You know,
I just couldn't contest the influence track because of the power play and treachery. So.
Yeah, but Tessia getting both power play and treachery, that was enormous. That was absolutely insane. You know, the Fremen steal here was huge. The threat was Blue was going to take it, but it ended up that Tessia ended up finding a way there instead, which was absolutely brutal.
I could have also Quasatch to secure it that round, but I felt like I was going to lose to Tessia regardless, so I wanted to guarantee second, if that makes sense.
I did speak. I kind of was obviously talking about that, whether or not you cement the alliance there. And I think you can go either way. I don't
I
think
felt
either.
like even if I did, I would have lost the game to Tessia anyway. So I wanted to try and get as many points as I could elsewhere before the game would eventually end.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like at that point, like there are worlds that you find a way there. In a weird sort of way, your deck almost got so small you couldn't actually make full use out of it because Other Memory was just a 2 influence card. You were never drawing your cards back with it. It was just...
My deck was lacking because, well, I bought that before I even knew I was going to get.
Oh yeah, of course you did. Yeah, Other Memory's fine, and then you picked up these two
between that and 2 liaisons, and both were fine choices. But I felt like
Other Memory was better.
Just in case.
Other Memory was better at the time, and then you pick up both, which of course is great. But your deck was so small that it kind of didn't really do anything.
The deck was lacking an extra like this earlier, or like Lieutenant Kane's, for example, would have just like maybe by 2 spice a turn, basically. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it was just lacking an extra thing.
Yeah, I mean, Jessica never got played in this game. She just revealed the whole time.
Well, no, she got played every round for free influence, smiley face, which is I think
as an agent, you know what I mean. Which is still good, you know. They pay for some spice, which of course is always handy.
When I buy her, I genuinely never play her for the 2 draw because. It depends on what your deck looks like, but sometimes you're going to draw less influence than she actually gives you.
Oh yeah, of course.
I waste my actions so badly. I couldn't move. It's been so bad. This game just seems me so much thing to do, but there's no action to do.
Well, the thing was, if you saw me chasing this down, you should have blocked this square here.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's so much thing to do, and I cannot reach them all.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for Rick, to be fair.
But
like,
if you're,
I'll take his stand.
Yeah.
Like it was trying to do a lot of things at once. You got your own game where, but as it turned out, going to Arakeen would have made this game go another turn. We would have had economic supremacies the next one, which would have been a crazy combat.
This is the exact reason right here that I wanted the game to end this round, because there's no way I could have contested that.
Yeah, if game goes on, like it looks tricky for you to hold on to second, which is crazy.
I'm third, maybe fourth, if the game goes on another round.
With one more turn, I could have been third or something. So
yeah, definitely. The way it worked out was obviously beneficial, but no, it was just one slight decision there for someone not even really involved in things. Basically, King made, which is pretty nuts. But that's Dune. And so that's going to be all for this one. So thank you all for watching, as per always. Yeah, I mean, this was not the easiest game in the world to call. I think ultimately, I can see Baron's going to be pretty disappointed in the end, and I totally understand why. You think with the deck you've got, you should probably win this game. Still managed to secure second, although if this game goes another turn, then, I don't know, even second place is starting to look a bit dodgy for the Baron here. Hundro did what they needed to do. I'm kind of a little unfortunate maybe to not pick up third spot. Beast is kind of unlucky this game, just really up against it. Had nowhere else to turn. Maybe could have been a little more hyper-aggressive early on, try and put some extra pressure in, get some points going. Only won one conflict point in the end of the day. There wasn't the most conflict points available. Only the 3 points available from combat turned up, unfortunately, which is just the kind of the way it went. So that is that. Yeah, well played to Terror Lord. Took the spot when it turned up. Took advantage of kind of the confusion and chaos somewhat, but that's exactly what Tessie's there to do. She is there to take advantage once someone makes it up and just capitalize on it, and that's exactly what happened. So thank you all for watching. As per always, take care of yourselves, and we shall see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.